Hello and welcome to a new video on Omelet You Cook. So, we have a new weekly run available. It's been online for 3 hours, only 2 persons have played it yet. We're going to try to have another big score this week, at least over 2000, because now we're playing on red apron, not on blue or yellow apron from last week where we only had 9 rounds. Now we have 12 rounds. 12 rounds means the run's going to be a lot more powerful, a lot more points. We can reach up to 3000 points, even more if we have a really, really good run. But we're going to aim between 2 and 3000 points for now. So let's see. We don't have a time limit, so we can take on time on the ingredients. This is a few advantage. So, and additionally, we have a relatively powerful starting pantry. The current theme is large items, so we have the eggplants, which synergize, has synergies with large ingredients, and it is itself large. The ribs, which like touching ingredients and is also large. The lettuce, which is a large underlapper, so it's really good to put under the ribs and the eggplants. And last but certainly not least, we have the tin can. It's a useless ingredient on the omelette itself, but it gives $4 when trashed. So it's really powerful to get the run started. And hopefully we don't have to restart as much as the first video to have a good start, because if we trash a tin can, then we have $10 and we have a lot more flexibility when it comes to our starting ingredients. So, compared to last time, I can tell you should go look in the description if you want to skip the first runs where I just try to get a really good start. We're trying to aim for a start which gives us a lot of money making ingredients. I will post it in the description, the timestamp, so you can go straight to the big boy run. Let's go. Okay, so one thing I didn't mention, we have 8 starting ingredients. That's really low. Normally you have around 10. So with a lot of trashing, and we want to have the tin can as the starting trash, we really can mold or run like we wanted to. Also, one thing I didn't mention, we have the egg carton, which increases our omelette size. It's a very useful helper, and it's going to help us really getting, well, it's not very useful helper in the early game, but it's nice to have later on. So I'm happy not to have to spend $4 right now. As you see, it's another really easy start. Now we'll have to see if we get the tin can in the trash. We get 3 out of our 8 ingredients. Okay, let's see if we get a root in the veggie crate. And sadly not, so we have to restart. Oh, let's try the soft crate. There are some sometimes. The red onion, not usually my favorite, but let's take it in this case. I could trash a second time and try to get the last tin can, but I think it's not likely enough. Let's just continue. So we want to put the red onions on the omelette, but I'm going to get rid of one of them. Continue. I have to be careful because of carnivore. So, too bad I didn't get the ribs. Now I get it. This gives $1 already. Let's get the parsley. Now we have completed every achievement or customer request. Let's make it so that the parsley doesn't touch each other. It's fine like this. And we got it. $8, so not so much money. That's the problem of red onions early. They generate at maximum $1 and they're really annoying to place on the omelette. Let's log Sandra Squeaker. She can be really powerful. Okay, we got the trash can. It's really lucky. I want the root. Potato, really nice. We're going to take it. Now let's see if we can find something that synergizes well. We find the shrimp. We have a lot of vegetable and we get 2 points for each onion we will place. It doesn't synergizes with the potato. So I may take the seaweed. So the eggplant is soft, this is soft, this is soft. So okay, I'm going to take the seaweed. It's a good early game point generator. Not enough for Sandra Squeaker. I could take the market basket. I think I'm going to take it because if we place 5 potato, it's going to be 10 points just with the market basket. Of course, now we have the annoying moldy modificator, but yeah, at least it's going to help our early game really nicely. So I hope I won't get too many moldy potatoes. Let's take the unmoldy seaweed. Moldy potato, let's take the red onion. Generates nice amount of points here. Potato. The rib is moldy, so let's take the lettuce in that case. It's also raw. So my red onion is already generating $1. See, every potato is generating $1. So, do I want a moldy item? I'm going to do it. Okay, only one potato and the lettuce got molded. Now I can take another. So these potatoes are large. Oh, I forgot the lettuce was moldy. Oh, let's see if we get enough points. Might be difficult right now. It's our last dispense. I'm going to put it here. Okay, let's see if we have enough points. I might have done a mistake, sadly. Yeah, I screwed up. Yeah, the moldy one is really difficult, the early game, and I accidentally put too much mold on my omelette. Not too bad, we had a good start. Let's just try again. Whoa. Okay. Strange behavior. This is trivial. Okay. Get the trash. Oh. Restart. Not too bad for the first run. I didn't respect the mold enough. $43. Let's see if we get trash can trash, tin can trash. We don't have any roots for now, but we have the possibility of getting a bake crate. In the bake crate we can have garlic and some other nice money makers like the yellow onion. We have a chewy crate. The onion sadly not raw, so we're not going to take it. Let's take one reroll. I like the hose. Let's take a process pack. It's not the best, but it's also not the worst. The corn dog could be okay for the early game. I don't really like it that much. The mystery meat is very random, but it synergizes well with texture specialist because it's crunchy and soft. But let's take a random mozzarella. Can be really strong if we have Sandra's Squeaker. So we start to have a direction for a run. So we need 25 money at the end if we want to have all objectives. Let's start with the eggplant. I want the ribs because I want the yellow onion to touch the ribs. Gain more points. Onion. Mozzarella on the side. Let's take our lettuce. It's really good for all of our ingredients. So let's count the points quickly. We have 7 from the ribs. We have... Oh, we currently have a small problem. Radical centrist. So we have 7, 8, 9, plus 8. So we are at 17. So I can do something like that and it should be okay. Let's see if I can't have it touch the lettuce like this, and I think it should be fine. Let's see, might not be fine, but... Oh, perfectly. Pretty nice. Okay. Let's have 2 more ingredients. Annoying next round. I want to have the hose. I'm not having enough money except if I find the tin can. I think 1 lettuce is enough. I like to keep the mozzarella if I have synergies with milk products, with dairies. Currently, I cannot buy the hose. I buy the 2 crates. I can get more money. I don't really like the turnips very much because it's only $1 and it gives -2 points, which is really annoying the early game. I'm going to take the dill because it's only 1 ingredient and it's relatively low impact, negative impact. Let's take the fungi. Let's take the moral, really powerful early game ingredient. It gives a ton of points. So let's see how we will do it for money. We don't need to place a lot of point scoring items. 1 moral could be enough to actually do everything because we have 9 dispensers. If a moral aims at 8 items, it's already enough. So, just to show you the power. Let's take the lettuce. It's good for the yellow onions. Just take all yellow onions. Take 1 moral. Now we're going to be careful that it touches everything. Yeah, I already forgot. We can't move. We have these annoying eggshells. Let's take the ribs. Edited ribs. So we're currently aiming at 4 ingredients. Let's make it 5. And this is practically already 1. Let's go and touch as many onions as possible. Okay. Nice. Texture specialist. Let's go. So, mozzarella is really welcome here. Now we have to see how many crunchy we have. And as you can see, we have the lettuce and the... and that's it. And the tin can, but never I'm going to play a tin can. So lettuce is going to be really nice. So let's take roots first. The carrots and the potato are crunchy. Nice. So we have a run going. Swiss cheese, the only cheese, the other cheese with mozzarella, which has two types, so chewy and soft. And now if we find Sandra Squeaker, we have a run going. I'm going to take sous chef Sharon, but for now I take the water hose. Let's get a few more points. Now we can start to trim or run. I want to keep the moral mushroom. It stays really strong. I don't want to remove the dill because it's a relatively powerful ingredient. I got really unlucky that I only got good ingredients here. But I think I'm going to remove the dill. So we have Ellen. Ellen does nothing. We need 55, but we can spam potatoes, yellow onions, and then we just need a few cheese. Or if we play yellow onions and potato, then we just need a few moral mushrooms. They give a ton of points, and then we have 1 or 2 texture specialists. But because we have 11 dispenses, it's already enough to give 20 to 40 points. So we want to focus on money extremely hard. We also have Waterhouse. Gives us a ton of... flexibility. Now sadly we don't... Well, we just drew all of a potato at once. A bit annoying. Well, we draw all of our roots at the same time, so it's going to hamper our ability to make money, which is a bit unfortunate, but it's nothing dramatic. Let's focus on the yellow onions making money. So we'll do like this. The potatoes are the priority for money making. Check. Yeah, that's fine. So we have a lot more potatoes, but we seem to be allergic to them, fortunately. Yeah, very nice. Like this, and then a potato like this. And yeah. So as you see, we already have 4 triplets of chewy, crunchy, and soft, and we're already at 114 points on round 4. The run is officially starting. Now we're looking for Sandra Squeaker, and we are looking for the milk double pointer. Sous Chef Sharon. We're limited on this run in terms of helper, so we have to be careful. Lime can be really useful. It's really nice with texture, especially since it's chewy, and a really nice multiplicator for the ton of points that texture specialist gives us. However, if we're going for a dairy build, I'm not so sure how good it is. But I'm going to take it because I have sous chef Sharon, which scales really nicely with it. Let's try and get rid of this useless scan. Said we didn't find it, so remove an eggplant. Let's reroll once. Let's take the doggy treat and the seafood. We need more crunchies, so we take the shrimp. It's also only one ingredient. So now we have a really good run starting. With sous chef Sharon, we have more chances of drawing a money-making ingredient, and even if we don't, we'll recycle it faster. So, great start. Of course, we get all potatoes at once. We don't really have to care too much about points, we just generate them passively. So yeah, sadly, drawing enormous amount of roots very early, but our pantry is going to refresh really nicely. Let's take the lime and try and put it on all 3 onions to get more money. Let's do it the same, but here. With a potato. Like this. Another yellow onion. Let's try and flank some potatoes. Or let's do it rather here and touch the lime. And like that. We only have 4 ingredients, so I'm not going to fulfill that request over there. So we get only 4 points with texture specialist, but because we have the hose and really a lot of ingredients already on the omelette, it's not a big deal. Now I'm looking for extendo top hat, we have the money, now I want more dispensers. Now I'm looking for truffles also. Union delegate. It's an interesting one. In that case, it increases our helper limit by 2. Don't be fooled by where it says 3, because it's a helper himself, it's only 2, and we can't fire any other helper. I don't really like him, because, for example, we have doggy treat, and of course, the doggy treat is going to be useless in the last round. We are going to sell it. So with this guy now, we will have either to get rid of the doggy treat now, or we will have to keep it, and then it's only 1 extra helper. So I think it's a bit of a trap. So let's take the baker's mitt. We have a lot of baked ingredients currently, and it can be sold if we don't really need it anymore. Let's reroll. Sandra Squeaker and Dairy. So we're going to find and try and find Parmesan, which we find. It's also crunchy, which is great because we have other dairies, which is soft and chewy. So it's going to add us more points to texture specialist, and then we have it is a strong multiplicator, and then we have Sandra Squeaker even adding more points, and it's going to be great. Nice, we can get rid of that. And let's trash one more time. I'm trying to get more ingredients that we actually need. So we need potatoes, moneymaker. This is a scorer, which is really good. The lime is really important too. Scorer, pointer. The lime, I think I want to keep it. I think limes can still be powerful, although I think here they're not great. But I want to get rid of the... Well, let's get rid of the lime because the shrimp is crunchy. Well, getting rid of a lime is not very common, because usually limes are extremely strong scalers, but in this run they're not the best. So, 1 seafood on the side. We can do it with the shrimp if we really can't play any other money maker. I would like to have more roots now, because I want more money, of course. Always more money. Goodbye shrimp. Let's take the unmolded potato. We don't have a choice. So we have Sandra Squeaker. Let's do it like so, and then like so. Let's boost the moral. Take this Parmesan, put it here. Now we have 1 point with Sandra Squeaker. This touches also the onion. Let's take the moldy potato. So we have 2 crunchies, 2 soft, a lot of crunchy. A ton of crunch actually. Oh no, we only have 1 chewy. Okay, let's try and take more chewies afterwards. Let's take another potato here. The mozzarella. And we want the onion. Much better, even if it's moldy. But we need more chewy. So let's take the Swiss cheese now. Put it near the onion. Because it's chewy. Now let's take the morel mushroom. Another parmesan to boost the morale again. And let's see if we get 2 points to everything now. Nice. Let's go. So you see Sandra Squeaker is one of the best non-legendary helper because it's one that gives points to everything while being readily available in the shop. It's also relatively simple to have her and have, how's it called, the severance package, so that you can double her. Now we have sourcing specialist. It's very similar to texture specialist, that it gives 2 points to everything for each triplet of raw, baked, and processed. So these are different tags, but it works the same way. However, it is quite a bit worse because you don't have double tags for raw, baked, processed. An ingredient is either raw, either baked, or either processed. They cannot have 2 tags. Like the cheese has here, it's chewy and soft, but it's only processed. The potato is only raw. And the shrimp is only baked. You don't have a baked and processed or processed and raw. So you always have to play 3 ingredients for this one to be good. It's still a really good helper, don't get me wrong, but it's not as absurdly powerful as texture specialist. Another one that is really nice in our current situation is Softy Chef. It gives +2 to each soft per chewy touching. Usually these helpers are a bit not so great, but in this case we have a lot of ingredients that are chewy and soft, so that means that if they touch each other, they're both receiving the buff and giving the buff. So if we just packed all of these cheese together, they buff themselves 0.4 base and then an additional 0.2. So it's a bit it's a bit of the molecularly unstable milk, or how that helper is called, which doubles the dairy products, but from Timu, because it's only half the buff. And then we have Small Gas Board, which is good if we want to win the run and play a lot of unique ingredients, but it's not good for high score runs, so we're going to ignore it. So I'm a bit undecided because we already have most of what we need. We already have a high point giver with texture specialist. We have already a lot of mold with the different cheese we have. But I'm currently thinking that I don't really want more raw on my omelette. I don't really want to have more baked on my omelette because I mostly want cheese and perhaps some money maker right now, but we're already halfway. So I think I'm going to take Softy Chef. Fungi trait, really nice. So we have the possibility of taking the Moral Mushroom, really powerful. Or we have the possibility of taking random other and hoping we get Truffle. Sadly, Softy Chef doesn't work on Moral. Moral need to charge things to give the buff. It's not like Moral can receive buff from touching, but the Moral doesn't really want to touch anything anyway. We could take the helper Mr. Kisser, which removes negative points from touching. This can be powerful in some combination with Moral Mushroom. For example, if we have a lot of Moral Mushrooms and limes, it can be powerful, or Moral Mushrooms and a lot of chewy synergies or baked synergies. We have quite a lot of potential there. But sadly, in our case, I don't think I want to touch many morals on anything. So I think I'm going to try and take the 2 truffles. Sadly, we get the worst mushroom in the history of mushrooms. So let's see what we can trash. Oh, we can trash the shitty mushroom. So let's trash the shitty mushroom. I am not too happy of this shop, and I have a relatively high amount of cash. So let's try and get some nice money makers. Sadly nothing. Avocado, and a lot of it. Really bad. I'm going to take a root crate, which gives nothing else. Take a carrot. And let's take a fruit crate. Pineapple is great. Always. Pineapple is great. It also synergizes with the mozzarella. And it just gives a lot of base points, so it's a really nice ingredient. Let me take the exotic supplier, and I'm perhaps going to try and fire a few helpers in the next round, because we can have some really nice ingredients. I'm thinking of chanterelle, I'm thinking of the blue cheese, which is great with Sandra Squeaker. Let's see. In the worst case, I'm just going to fire it in the last round and get 1 legendary ingredient. But I'd like to use it a bit more, so I'll have to see. I don't care about the buff, or debuff rather, that this guy gives. Okay, let's continue packing potatoes. This. Potato, carrot, let's take a potato for now. No money here. So, soft. Let's put it here. On the other side. Another yellow onion. I want it near like this. Do I get already 1 point from Sandra's Quicker? Not quite. Put another potato, and then we should. Yes. Another yellow onion. Another potato. So I've got 1 chewy and a lot of crunchy. 2 crunchies and 4 soft. So we will need more chewy. Here in that case, since we have nothing else, let's take the Swiss cheese. Put it here. Take a carrot. Let's try and squeeze it in like that. Let it gives the money to the potatoes also. Currently, I'm very optimistic that we will win. So I don't really need to play and calculate very hard. Can I get more money like this, please? I'm missing overlappers. I'd be quite happy about the green onion to stack over the potato. Let's take a pineapple, because pineapples are tasty. So you see, we only get 4 points with our texture specialist, but we're really too far gone for anything in the game to stop us right now. Let's see, we just doubled it without even trying and disrespecting the pointer. We just built our thing and got 25 cash. So now I want to start thinking about what helpers I want for the last round. Truffles! We got truffles. Sorry, I got excited. We have the truffles, so it's even more points. No, I would love to have the dairy multiplier doubler. Here we have pepper jack. It's an underlapper, so it could be interesting. But we don't really have that many baked ingredients. So I'm going to take the turnips for now, even if I find them to be quite mediocre. The eggplant is not going to scale us. Let's take the loaded dice for now. We can have a free reroll, so it immediately gives us this 1 money. Let's reroll again. So we have some cheap helpers, so I'm going to try and see what the exotic suppliers give us. Scotch bonnet. Okay. This is cheap. 1 honeycomb. Not so great. Let's take a fungi basket and hope for another truffle. So we have more moral. Let's take more moral. They're really good in the kind of format of 12 rounds because we have so many ingredients. They gave a ton of points. Not the best because they don't really want to touch anything, so it's a bit unfortunate. But if we have Mr. Kisser, then I'm going to think about it. Let's trash one more. We took so many ingredients right now. And we actually only get moneymaker or dairy. No, we got an avocado, sorry. That one can leave. Can touch anything. We can't move it again. Bit annoying, but should be fine. Money. Money. Potato. Put it here. We don't have money here, but let's place lettuce. More money. I like potatoes with carrots because you don't need much surface areas for the carrots here to scale with the potato. Let's do this now. Spin it gently so that it touches the turnip. Turnip can go here. Take a yellow onion. Another yellow onion. So we have a lot of crunchy, no chewy for now. But we're taking another potato. I'm not scared at all. Take a mozzarella now. So now we have 1 chewy potato. Perhaps... yeah, right, I can move it again. Take this one. Buffs the mozzarella, and the mozzarella buffs it. Another carrot. Sadly, it can touch... really touch... like this, perhaps. Yeah, let's have touch the yellow onion as well as the potato. Take a truffle. Let's get more points. The truffle is also all texture, so it also gets buffed from every kind of cheese, and then Sandra Squeaker buffs it further. Texture specialist. It's just an incredible combo. Put the turnip here near the potato. This here, let's try put it on the omelette. On the lettuce, sorry. And let's get another big boy point potato. Let's go. 2 from Sandra Squeaker. We don't need a ton of points right now. The points can come later. But we want to have a lot of dairy. Well, that's already 332. Let me find more Swiss cheese or mozzarella. That would be nice. Next round we get our 3rd and last legendary helper. Take the trashy embezzler. It gives a lot of money. Do I want more baked? Baked can have garlic. Garlic will make me extremely happy. Yeah, let's take it. Yellow onions are fine. Crunchy has a chance of having a truffle. I'm going to take a parmesan now. Potatoes I would like, but it starts to be a bit late. So I want parmesan and then put the Swiss cheese and mozzarella and start getting a lot of points with Sandra's Squeaker, ideally. The rerolling. Although I think I'm going to start trashing now. The charcoal, it's not really useful here. I've taken a ton of ingredients. Right now I think the turnip is the weakest link. I try to get rid of the ribs or another avocado, but sadly we only draw relatively nice ingredients. But that also means that we have a strong build currently. I think I'd rather keep my money right now. Or I take the cash register. It only costs 1 money if we sell it next round. And we have more legendary ingredients. Sadly, we did not manage to get rid of the bad legendary ingredients. Carrot is good. We don't really care about his whole stick. Big parmesan. Let's put it a bit sideways like so. Potato is nice. Potato already getting negative points. But I do care. Or parmesan. Let's use Q and E. Yeah, right, we can't move. Bit of annoyance. Let's take the truffle. Another potato. Considering we have the parmesan, I'm not too scared about the -0.5 negative multiplier. So, can go ham, or rather go potato. Chocolate coins, really annoying where they've been placed, but I'm going to keep them on the omelette. Let's take this, it's really nice with all the yellow onions. Yellow onions haven't been really that great this round, sadly, but what can you do? Take a carrot. Put it near a potato. Turnip. How many chewies do I have? Not many at all. So the lime gives 0 point times 0, 2. And it's chewy or the cheese. But I think I'm taking the lime. It works better with the chocolate coins. And another yellow onion. Take this. Texture Specialist is going to save us anyway. Sandra's Squeaker with 2 points. It's still not that much, but I lack over and underlapper for Parmesan. And currently I'm focusing on money. I'm going to put way more Parmesan on the final omelette. And Sandra's Squeaker is going to make a lot more money. Points, sorry. Crunchwrap's King. Not so great. Let's take a random. Alright, we're max helpers. I think I want to get rid of the cash register. We got another charcoal. HP Slover is a helper. Do I want fruits? I feel it's not the right kind of run for fruits. So let's remove ingredients. We finally can trash some useless ingredients. Of course, now we get all of our good ingredients. think I want to keep the moron mushroom. On one hand, I think I could want to destroy it, but I'm a bit unsure. I think I'm going to remove a yellow onion. I think the yellow onion struggles to make a lot of money right now. Let's have a free reroll. Spicy could be nice, because it's a low amount of ingredients. Let's take processed and try and find some good cheese. We found some good cheese. Let's continue trashing. We can trash an avocado. Let's do a second reroll. We found some milk. Now it's the question if I want some milk or not. Am I happy with how many ingredients I have? Yes and no. I'm a bit upset I didn't get Extendo Top Hat, so I think the run is not going to do that many points, sadly, despite the glorious Legendary Helper combination. Although I only have really Texture Specialist here, which is really good. The other two Legendary Helpers are a bit mediocre, so this run started extremely powerful, but is starting to lose some speed. Or Swiss cheese and Parmesan. So now I will have to see how many of each we have, but I think Parmesan is better before the final round, so let's take Parmesan. Let's continue rerolling. I want the black pepper, absolutely. Let's remove the exotic supplier, I think he's not that useful. And let's trash a bit. Let's remove one of the Scotch bonnet. One last trash, and then I keep the money for next round. Get rid of the red chili. And let's go. Want to keep a bit of money, the trashing starts to get too expensive. And I might want to reset for some different reroll a lot in the last chops or second to last chops, so I'm keeping some money. Carrot. Potato. Taking money. Money's the best. We also have a customer request to put potatoes. So who am I to disrespect the wishes of the customer? So it's time to take a Parmesan and get more flat points. Continue taking Parmesan. But damn thing doesn't want to obey. Like this. Now let's take the lettuce. Works nicely with the carrots, the yellow onions, and so on. Nice. And the eggshell destroy everything. Classical eggshell. Let's take a truffle, get more money. Points. This Parmesan is sadly completely wrongly orientated. Such is life. Sandra Squeaker, 2 points. Continue taking carrots. A bit too many yellow onions. It's a bummer. They're not so the best here. I would prefer more potatoes. But nonetheless, they remain decent. Let's take more Parmesan. Now we should be at 3 points for everything. Nice. Take a security truffle. Sure, we have enough points. And or only chewy are the truffles currently on the omelette. But we still have a decent amount of points, despite everything. Might remove the oven mitt. because we're not going to play many baked item in the last round. So I think I'm going to remove it. Not so many points as I thought I would get. A bit sad. Yeah. Sadly, I think the run's going to cap out at around 1,000 points. No, not 1,000 points, perhaps 2,000 points. And even, I think it's been a bit unfortunate, but let's just continue. Garlic. It's a bit late, it's going to be good for only one round, but it's going to be great for that one round. And it's otherwise a very decent ingredient, so let's keep it. Let's try and find more dairies. Or a garnish, because we want more crunchy. Because since we don't want to play potatoes or carrots in the last round, having some crunchy, which also can get the Parmesan boost and boost our Sandra squeaker, can be nice. And since we will want to have a lot of ingredients underlapping this, it's also nice. It's trash. Remove the avocado. Let's re-roll. More milk. Some feta. Yeah, a bit mediocre. We can put it on our truffle, and that's not so bad. But I think it's not so great. I'm going to try and aim it with Parmesan again, because it helps us get more mult for Sandra Squeaker, and then the feta can score a lot itself. I can put it on the truffle, so it's not the worst, but it's not the best either. I can put it also on the lettuce, but it's more... I'm trying to mostly convince myself it's not that bad, but it's not great. Let's take the cheese slicer. And my game's starting to run a bit poorly. Get rid of the shrimp. Continue trashing. I think it's the right time to continue to trash. I don't have anything else to do with my money currently. In that case, I think I want to get rid... Now do I get rid a moneymaker, or do I get rid a dairy? I want to play mostly dairies on the last run. I think I might want to remove a feta, because I think 3 is enough. And it doesn't have the 2 types like the other ingredients, so let's do a last reroll. We have a showy multiplicator. We only have relatively mediocre crates. Let's take this one, it can have truffles. No, I think it's unlikely to have it, so I'm not going to take it. I'm going to sell a few helpers, so 3 helpers are going to get removed for the last round. Potatoes are our best moneymaker. Carrots. Oh yeah, it's another you can't move around. I've been having a lot of them now. Been thinking. Bit annoying. In retrospect, I think I could have done a few things better, but we'll have to see how many points we get. I don't think I'm going to get that much, though. I'm a bit pessimistic. I wish I had gotten some green onions. It would have made more money. I think I've been a bit slower on the money side on this run, and it feels. Okay, let's take garlic. There's still what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1.25 money right now, so they're worth a lot. Let's take the big onion. The onion. Let's take the Swiss cheese. It's a nice chewy. Take take the truffle, helps the garlic and gives us more points. Pick another garlic. Nothing's better than garlic at this point. Lime can be good. The new ingredient. Let's put it on the yellow onions. And now I think a moron mushroom is going to be better than a yellow onion. Let's just orient it that... oh, no carrots touch it, sadly. Let's take the small lettuce. More points. And let's take the carrot. It's 10 point money. Nearby. There's a small spot for my small onion. There, another for the garlic. At least this run's going to give a lot of money. I think I'm going to sell the hose as well. I'm going to have quite some times where I think where I want to put my ingredients. I don't think I want to play too much with the HP slower. It's going to be too restrictive. $40 money. Well, yeah, it's not bad. We lack the extendo top hat currently. This is what limits a run. I re-rolled a ton and didn't see it once. It's a bit unfortunate. Now the last run's going to be useless, so I'm not going to take it. Okay, let's do some math. I want to keep the lettuce here because it's an underlapper with a high surface area. So it's going to be great for parmesan. It's a nice underlapper, so I'm going to keep it. I have 2 truffles, 8 cheese, 12 parmesan, and 4 mozzarella. This is a total of 26 ingredients, and they together give 14 texture specialist stacks. So we will have 28 points to everything. Right now we have 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 4, 5, 25 dispenses. So if we just put all of these ingredients on the omelette, we're already going really nicely. Then probably a lettuce, but as you see, if we already take all double ingredients, it's already all of our dispenses. So what would we want? I'd like more milk or more truffles. Pillow softness is good because a lot of our ingredients here are chewy or soft. On one other hand, I don't really think I need it. Take the milk. Or Swiss cheese, really nice. Take more of this. Do we have another truffle? No, we get grapes. Really not nice. Let's sell. Let's trash. Get rid of the charcoal. We can move ingredients on the last round. That's really nice. We only have... oh, right. We only have 23 dispenses. Continue trashing a bit. I don't think I want to trash too much. I don't want to trash too much because we have sous chef Sharon. And I think we have such high density of cheese that we're going to fight it all. So I'm not too scared about that. But let's nonetheless continue trashing a bit. Get rid of a grape. Nothing grape. I'm going to do a few rerolls. Nonetheless, try and find some synergies with... oh, what could I find in that case that is really useful for us? Here's the extendo top hat. Bit too late, my friend. I could buy it now, reroll once and buy one more crate, but I don't think it's worth it. Or you know what, I have so much money I can do it. Oh, okay, I learned something. It doesn't spawn another dispense. Well, what a waste of money, but it's fine. Everything's too expensive now anyway, so let's continue trashing a bit. Let's get rid of the grape. My game is starting to really get laggy. Too many items in the dispense. The apple will give a lot of money right now. Let's get rid of cucumber. As we established, we only want to play dairies, so let's sell these things. Can't do anything much more here with the money, sadly. But we only have the essential items now. Let's go for the last round. So we want our 2 truffles. We want our parmesan and cheese. So we will want as much parmesan as cheese as the other cheese, so mozzarella and Swiss cheese, and our parmesan looks at the distance. Yeah, my game's performance is atrocious right now. I'm a bit confused. It used to be really good in the last rounds. I think one update maybe made it a bit more finicky in that sense. I don't really know. Now, as you can see, they all benefit from Softy Chef. This benefits from Softy Chef, so we have even more mold. So that's kinda nice. We are going to reorient all of our parmesan at the end. But right now we already have 3 stacks of texture specialists because we have 3 crunchies. No, 3 soft and 3 chewies. So we are cooking with kerosene right now. Let's have the truffle. Or no, let's not have the truffle. Let's aim at the other cheese because the other cheese has 3 more base. Thanks to the Fleece-Chaser. Let's continue with the Swiss cheese. It should be absolutely packed. No, it doesn't matter what we take, Swiss cheese or mozzarella. Let's take a mozzarella for a change. We have 4 of 1. Now let's take the parmesan. How much? Sandra Squeaker is +3 currently. It's not that much. We would have gotten +6 with the helper. Legendary helper. So we have 5 parmesan. Now we take this. Our Sandra Squeaker is going to give more and more the more I add. I didn't take the lettuce earlier. That's unfortunate. So as you can see, our Sandra Squeaker is starting to go to the moon because of the quantity of parmesan I put on the omelette. Okay, we are lacking something really useful now, so we'll try and put moral. So let's put it like that. It only touches one thing, but gets a buff from the Swiss cheese and from the parmesan, so it's okay. Sandra Squeaker gives us +8. That's really nice for a non-legendary helper. We still have a few dispenses left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's take another parmesan. Let's take a lettuce. In that case, it's going to give... Yeah, look, all the parmesan is glowing. It's going to give us quite a few more points with Sandra Squeaker. So now we have the same amount of parmesan as Swiss cheese. So let's take the Swiss cheese. We should be able to squeeze it right there. And touch it quite a few cheese. Take the Parmesan. Aim it at the Moral. Moral is going to have a lot of base points, so we want to capitalize on that. But we don't want too many things touching it, because else it's going to go into the negative, and we don't want to amplify the negative. I'm trying to put the Swiss cheese at the point where it gets aimed by the Parmesan, because I want to continue stacking this. So I have 9 Parmesan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's the last one. I didn't manage to sadly put them in the way that we have equal, but let's see how many points we get here. So yeah, everything gets a truck ton of points. I think my game may be laggy because I'm recording as well. Well, that's life. So you can see the truffles do 200 points each. Okay, I'm reaching 2000 points. Will we get to 3000? Yes, we get to 3000. Well, 3077. That's really good. It's going to be a bit difficult to beat this. It's not impossible to beat this. You can get 3.5k with builds with Historian. But I'm relatively happy to do this many points with no extendo top hat. Don't forget that with an extendo top hat we could have about 10 more dispenses. If we get early, we could have gotten more truffles, which also synergizes really well. We could have 2 better legendary helpers. So this strategy was actually really, really, really powerful despite relatively mediocre helper distribution. 3000 points is usually reserved for really good runs, so I'm really happy how it turns out. So we got sadly texture specialist doesn't show how many points it gave here. I'm going to check it afterwards in the video. But Sandra Squeaker gave 15 points to everything. It would have given 30 bonus points if we had the dairy doubler. Hold on, I have the catalog. I can check the name. Forgot about that. It's the new update, by the way, which allows you to do that. So the legendary helper, it's atomically condensed milk. This doubles the mold from dairy. And as far as I know, it also doubles for Sandra Squeakers. Not only do you get 30 points to everything instead of 15, but you also get double the mold. So this doesn't go up 0.4, but 0.8. So as you can imagine, this gives absolutely ridiculous amount of mold. So here you see it got 5.2 mold. It would have gotten like 3 or 4 mold more, which is like, for this piece of cheese alone, it's already like 160 points more, and then I don't count the 15 bonus points. Well, you can imagine how crazy that would have been, and I think you can crack the 4,000 or 5,000 points limit by doing so. So it's actually, I think, one of the strongest strategies in the game. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope see you next time, and have a nice week. Bye.